there's one question I get asked the most, is how can someone make videos like me? Wrong question, because you should not be asking how to make videos like me. You should be asking, how do you make videos like you? This is not a video about how to make viral content. It is a masterclass on how you can make videos like you. So how do you do that?
No one knows what it's like to be me.
I'm about to sound like the biggest hypocrite in the world. A great way to start is by copying the things you like. As an artist, finding your artistic voice or style can be pretty hard because there's not really a rule on how you find your artistic voice. But I find a good way to find your artistic voice and style is to focus on your taste. What do you like? What do you enjoy? And what do you watch? But Finn, you've never copied anyone. All your videos are 100% original and come from your own mind. You see this shot? Copied! And that's just one example. Copying is such a great tool when you're starting out. It is so much better to copy someone else's work than to not make anything at all. But the most important part of copying other people's things is that you innovate and make them your own. For example, let's say I copy someone like Slushy Noobs. Why is anybody gonna watch me instead of them when they're the real deal? You have to offer something new, and the best way to be new and original is to... Little secret. Originality does not exist. Pretty much everything's been done before. It's very hard these days to be fully original because so much has already been done. So the best way or the next best thing is being authentic. If you think about it, there's one thing that you can be the first at doing. Being yourself. You'll find every one of my videos is something I'm actually passionate about, and I'd be doing it if I wasn't filming it anyway. I like to think it's a pretty accurate representation of who I am. So when it comes to making videos, try and embrace what makes you you. Why do you want to make videos? If it's to get rich and famous and make lots of money and get lots of views and fame and status, this probably isn't the video for you. I would strongly advise that the reason you make videos should not be connected to a number of views or an amount of money. Instead, I'd try to set a goal. Maybe you want to learn a new skill, maybe you want to inspire other people, maybe you just like making videos. And then try and find a sentence that wraps that up. Your mission statement. My mission statement, or my why, is doing things so others will too. To me, the point of life is to experience as much as you can. And I love capturing that in a video and helping other people do the same thing. And it's okay if your mission statement changes. When I started out, my whole goal was just to learn things while I grew up. I think it's important though to find out why you want to make videos. Because when you make them, you have something to go off. You have at least some sort of guidance. Find your why. When it actually comes down to making a video, I try not to think about it as simply making a video. Instead, I try to capture a moment. So for me, this usually means the camera's not the main focus. Instead, doing something cool is maybe like skating. And there's nothing wrong with filming during a moment either. I used to beat myself up on that. I thought that if I was filming, I would take away from a moment. I'd get so caught up worrying about if I would have done this, even if I wasn't videoing it. I got worried I was only doing things because I was recording it. And I even stopped doing things when I thought I was only doing it for a video. And honestly, it just resulted in me doing less stuff. Doing something just for a video is so much better than not doing anything at all. So don't get caught up in that like I did. Try capture it like a documentary. Almost like you're just capturing it to remember it. At least that's how I do it. Everyone's different. Try. Capture the moment. Editing is obviously a big part of making a video, and everyone kind of develops their own little editing process. And it's something I struggle to give advice on, because when I edit a video, most of it's all just intuition, and that's really just come from watching good movies and good videos. From that, I've subconsciously gained a good eye for storytelling and pacing. So I'd highly recommend just watch more things that you like. And it comes back to being a copycat. If you see something you really like, try and make it yourself. And a really good skill to learn is removing yourself from your content. Step back and think, if this wasn't made by me, would I enjoy watching this? At the end of the day, this is your piece of art, and I try my best not to make any sacrifices on what I make. But I did say you should copy things that you like. So if you like my stuff, let me show you how you can copy it. I edit in DaVinci Resolve. It's great for beginners, great for professionals, great for anyone really on their journey. I always get asked how I color grade my videos. And honestly, it's ridiculous how easy it is. I use a mix of two products. First of all, I use Dehancer, which is as simple as dragging a plugin down, selecting my camera, and selecting a film stock. And already it makes a great image. And then I can go change pretty much whatever I want about it. I also use another drag and drop called Cineprint 35, which again, creates a beautiful image in just one click. I'm not really getting anything by advertising these. These are just great products that I actually use every day. The other thing I get asked all the time is how I make my text flicker. And what I used to do is I'd use Photoshop, I'd draw out each word 3 separate times, then I'd bring them over to DaVinci and alternate between the pictures. But that's a really long process. So I made myself a font that does it so much quicker. All you need to do is type the word out, create 3 different frames, and change the font on each one. And just like that, it's done already. It doesn't seem like that much time, but when I'm writing hundreds of words out each video, this literally saves me hours. I even made some drawing animations in the exact same way. It's something I made for myself, but I figured other people could use it too. And it's a way that supports me in the channel. Findle.shop if you want that bad boy. I'm gonna film this next part in front of the mirror so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. My camera is the Fujifilm X-T3. I do love it. It's pretty sick. I also use a few accessories like the Ninja Ultra. I got a pretty sick fisheye lens. This random microphone I got at a thrift store. In all honesty, gear does matter, but your storytelling abilities matter way more. The best gear is whatever gear you can get your hands on. When I was starting out, lots of my videos were shot on my dad's old camera. It looked pretty rubbish, but it's all about utilizing what you got and making cool stories with it. Please don't go and buy a camera after watching this. Just pick up whatever you've got access to. Maybe it's your phone, maybe it's a different camera, maybe it's your laptop webcam, I don't know. And try making stuff on that first. I'm sure there will be a time where you do want to go and buy a camera. You'll have a much better idea about what camera you want to buy if you've already experimented and made some cool things first. And if you can make cool things on a cheap camera, you'll be able to make cooler things with an actual budget. So when it comes to gear, just use what you've got. Once you've made something, the worst thing you can possibly do is nothing. Sharing art is one of the coolest things we get to do as human beings. So once you've made something cool, tell someone about it. I love it so much when someone comes to me with something they've made and something they're proud of. And I love being able to share my artwork with other people. And whether it's posting it on YouTube or just showing someone your video, make sure you don't let it hide. The best piece of advice I can offer you is to just start right now. Let me show you something.
Wow.
That is my first video ever. Pretty shocking. But I posted that pretty confidently to YouTube and I kept posting. And every video I got better and better. Your first video probably won't be great. That's just a fact. It's just like any other skill. It takes practice. But the sooner you start, the sooner you get better.
86. That scales to a 90.3.
Not bad, old Finn. Hopefully this video has been valuable. If you like this video, I probably won't have any more like this if I'm being completely honest. I'm not going to be making more of these tutorial kind of videos. I'm just going to keep making the kind of stuff I like. But if you want to use my font or buy this pretty cool t-shirt, Findle.shop.